Hello students, good morning. In the previous class, we discussed about all aspects of price effect, income effect, substitution effect, and we also discussed how price effect is a combination of both income effect and substitution effect. Right? So today, let's discuss how from price effect we can derive different demand curves. I have told you there are three types of goods. Let's say one is normal good, other is inferior good, the third one is, let's say, Giffen good. So in case of all these goods, how can we derive the demand curves for normal goods, inferior goods, and also Giffen goods? Okay, so let's straightway go to the price effect and see how we can derive it. If you remember last time I drew this diagram. Let's say price was PL, and when price falls, the price line shifts to the right, PL1. So what our objective is how to allow you or how to keep you in the same indifference curve. So what happens? We reduce your income to a certain extent so that a new income line AB is drawn parallel to PL1, which we drew last time. Is not it? So because your income is reduced, so you are forced to stay in the same indifference curve IC1. Before price fall, suppose you are at point, let's say, K in price line PL. When price fall to PL1, you can shift to IC2. Let's say you move to L. But our objective is, if your real income rises due to fall in price, let's withdraw some amount of money from your income so that you will be forced to stay in the same indifference curve. So we reduced this much amount of money, PA amount of money from you by drawing a new income line AB, so that you will be forced to stay in the same indifference curve. So now you move to point, let's say, M. So from K to point M, this is substitution effect which we had discussed last time. And from K to point L, this is price effect which we read also last time. Right? So price effect is from K to L, income effect is from M to L, and substitution effect is from K to M. Now even if his income is reduced, still he doesn't stay at point K. He moves to point M. Why? Because he finds good X to be cheaper. So he doesn't get equilibrium at point K, he comes to point M. So from K to M, this is called the substitution effect. He substitutes Y for X because X has become cheaper. Right? So from this, let us see how we can draw the demand curve. Now I tell you, this is a case, this demand curve, let's draw in case of a normal good and an inferior good. In both cases, the demand curve is downward sloping. So we can derive both the goods from the same price effect, and here the demand curve is a downward sloping curve. We know this is the demand curve. Okay? So let's first come to point K. Now at point K, the original price was PL and the consumer was equilibrium at point K. So point K certainly was a higher price. Let us draw it. Now if we extend the line downwards to touch the x-axis again in a new diagram, then it will touch this axis, let's say at point N, and here let's say Q. OQ is the price and ON is the quantity demanded. At when the price line was PL, it is a higher price. Now when the price falls to PL1, what happens? You shift to a higher indifference curve, naturally you are better off. So extend again this line from L to touch, let's say this is N1. So when price falls, your quantity demanded rises from ON to ON1, and whatever the price falls from OQ to OQ1. So therefore here the demand curve is a downward sloping curve. We have drawn this demand curve based on the price effect which we drew in the previous class, and this price effect, from this price effect we can extend the lines to draw another diagram where we can show the demand curve in case of normal goods and in case of inferior goods. In both cases we see the demand curve is a downward sloping curve. It slopes downwards from left to right. You see, it slopes from D to D1, means it slopes downwards from left to right. So this is a normal demand curve. Now question is, you will ask, sir, in case of a normal good, the demand curve is downward sloping. That is, when price falls, we demand more. When price rises, we demand less. But how can it be possible in case of an inferior good? Is not it? Now, my dears, please listen. Price effect is split into two things. One is income effect, other is substitution effect. These two effects combinedly form the price effect. That is, what will be the effect of the demand due to a change in price? Now this is only because of two effects, income effect and substitution effect. Okay? Remember, the substitution effect is always positive. Whether it in case of normal good, whether in case of inferior good, whether in case of different good, in all cases, your substitution effect is always positive. But the income effect changes according to the change of the good. If it is a normal case, income effect is also positive. So substitution effect is positive, income effect is positive, and both go in the same direction. So as a result of which, when price falls, we demand more. This is for normal good. But in case of inferior good, what happens? In case of inferior good, the substitution effect is positive, but the income effect is negative. That is, when price of any inferior good falls, naturally our income effect will be negative. That is, we will not want to purchase more of it because we will have some real income extra with us. But remember, in case of inferior goods, the substitution effect is positive, the income effect is negative, but still between these two income effect and substitution effect, the positive substitution effect is strong enough, and the negative income effect is weak. So the strong positive substitution effect outweighs the positive negative income effect. So as a result of which, the demand curve is as usual, that is, it slopes downwards. Okay? बुझी पालो नहीं बोधे inferior good case रे substitution effect of the positive but very strong positive substitution effect and income effect is negative. A income effect जो negative इटा इतने strong नुहे, it's very weak income effect negative. So इटी कौन हुए ना substitution effect जो positive था बहुत strong था से weak नेगेटिव इनकम इफेक्ट को से डिफिट कर दिए, परास्त कर दिए, आउटवे कर दिए, जो कि आमर प्राइस कमिले आम डिमांड बढ़ाऊँ प्राइस बढ़ले डिमांड कम है। सो दिस इज ए केस ऑफ एन इंफीरियर गुड as well as a normal good. Normal good कैसे दीटा के पॉजिटिव, इनकम इफेक्ट पॉजिटिव, सब्सट्यूशन इफेक्ट पॉजिटिव, बट इंफीरियर गुड केस रे सब्सट्यूशन इफेक्ट इज पॉजिटिव, इनकम इफेक्ट इज नेगेटिव। किंतु इनकम इफेक्ट जो नेगेटिव इटा एते वीक जे से पॉजिटिव सब्सट्यूशन इफेक्ट को डिफीट कर पारेनी, जो आमर डिमांड कर्व डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग हुए एंड व्हेन प्राइस फॉल्स वी कंज्यूम। ओके, सो दिस इज ए केस ऑफ इंफीरियर गुड। बर्तमान से जिनस देखा इन केस ऑफ जिफेन गुड्स। जिफेन गुड केस रे किपरि भाव में आम डिमांड कर्वटा हम आगे एटा ड्र कर। सेम थिंग, प्राइस इज PL, प्राइस फॉल्स टू PL1, लेट्स से PL1. So in this case we cannot, you see that there will be a slight difference in the diagram, that is we cannot draw this. The reason being here, because it is a Giffen good, we have to show that the Giffen good, in case of Giffen goods, price and demand are positively related, that is they are directly related. So in this case we have to draw a demand curve which is upward sloping. Therefore let's see here, these are the price line, price falls, so price falls shift to the right, PL1. Now what we will do, we reduce your income by PA amount. So new income line AB is drawn. IC1, let's say this is IC2. Give this name P, let's say Q, let's say this is R. So from P to R, this is price effect. From P to Q, this is substitution effect. From Q to R, this is income effect. As we have discussed here, the same thing here. Let's see how we can draw the demand curve in case of Giffen goods. Once again let me repeat, Giffen goods are those goods where with rise in price demand also rises, with fall in price demand also falls. So here demand and price, they are directly related, they are directly proportional to each other, and they move in the same direction. So in this case the demand curve will never be a negative slope, will never be downward sloping, rather it will be upward sloping. Okay, it will be upward sloping, like the supply curve, it will be upward sloping, because once price rises demand also rises, price falls demand also falls. So here the demand curve will be upward sloping. Let's say this is DD1, demand curve, right? So here we show the quantity and here we show the price, OY, and this is OX. Now previously price was at point P, this is the price line. So extend this line to touch this point. Let's say this is M point. So OS was the price and OM was the quantity demanded. Now when price falls, what happens? You see, we move to IC2. So from this point you draw another line. Let's say this is M1. इटा को एपर ड्रॉ करो S1. देखो ये कौन हला, जेतले प्राइस कम थिला P रे थिला, हमें PL प्राइस लाइन में थिले, एही पॉइंट पर एही लाइन पॉइंट रे में थिले, हमर quantity demanded was OM and price was here OS. when price falls to PL1 price line नुआ आसला price fall है हमें R point को हमें extend कर ले line टाकू से आसी की देखो if you extend this line to touch the x-axis it touches x-axis at point M1 ता माने इटी quantity demanded कमिला and price also कमिला ता माने at a lower price quantity demanded falls from OM to OM1. Okay, here demand and price they are directly related. So the demand curve is upward sloping, not downward sloping like this. It is because this is a normal good or an inferior good, but this is in case of Giffen good where price and demand they are directly related. So in case of Giffen goods, the demand curve will be upward sloping. Here from the price effect we have reduced this demand curve from this price effect, that is from point P, and from point R we have extended the points to touch another diagram here at point M and M1. Accordingly we have seen that with fall in price quantity demanded also falls, with rise in price quantity demanded also rises. Okay, so this is how we can show different demand curves from the price effects. Okay, ताला जेती थाओ तो मान सब भल भाव देख वीडियो भल भी देख एवं बहुत पिला खाली जस्ट टच करी छाड़ी पड़े जाऊँ देखुन पूरा कंप्लीट करन प्लीज सी इट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग टू द एंड बिकॉज तुमर ता भितर बीट क्वेश्चंस 1 मार्क क्वेश्चंस मत बहुत आसो जहाँ आम डिस्कस करूँ जहाँ आम कहूँ ता भितर बहुत 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन मान पड़ तेणु तुम भल कि शुण कंप्लीट देखुव ताले यू कैन लर्न समथिंग है। नेक्स्ट टाइम आसले आम आ गोटे नुआ टॉपिक पढ़ा। थैंक यू।